Hey Legionnaires, and welcome back. We're here with another Dawnless Days Battlefield today, and oh boys, it's starting off pretty damn quickly as we already have some Warg Riders here battling against Noldorian Equestrians as they fight it out down here in the forest with the Wargs of Mordor here fighting against Linden's Elven Riders here. They actually are surrounding the Elves quite nicely here, and they're causing them to lose. I mean, they are absolutely massing these elves very quickly, and yeah, you can see the elves dashing to try and support their one lone cavalry unit that they brought. Surprisingly, they brought just so little cav. I mean, Linden's like equestrians are pretty solid. Like, it's definitely a unit you should probably bring more of, especially since now that you know that Mordor does have wargs available, they are probably going to bring a fair amount of those to the battle if they can. See, they're fighting down here. We have a nighttime battle taking place as well. Don't often get many of those, as we're getting some Noldorian nobles and some Noldorian spears also shifting up as well to sort of support. The Equestrians are losing and are about to waver as well at nearly 30 out of 60. So they've lost over half their unit already. So yes, joining in this fight today with Linden is also the Erebor here. As you can see, the Dale, I think, merchant or mercenaries here. Yeah, the Dalian escort mercenaries already being killed off. One has managed to get out there alive, which is pretty good. But yeah, you can see over here we do have a force of Dwarven warriors shifting forward, so the Dwarves are going to try and, I guess, challenge for the river crossing here. Yeah, it's certainly going to be an interesting one, that is for sure. I mean, already the Cavs kind of managed to pull out. It's gone into another combat over here against Morgul Raiders. But the Elves are going into combat with the Orcs down here very quickly. We have Mordor Uruks fighting down here against the Elves of Linden. Wargs also going in still. I imagine the Wargs, probably in prolonged melee, are going to do some great against the Elves, especially since the spears and shock in here, they'll probably get ripped apart. The Cavs still doing actually pretty good work. It's harassing these Morgul Raiders, which aren't really wanting to engage them, which is only enhancing the kills that these Linden Equestrians are going to get. Spearing them up, boys. Linden is sort of stabilizing after his initial blunder, you could say. We have Polons on the flanks here, which are kind of, I guess, trying to guard against Wargs that are coming again. And they're going to try and, I guess, get between the red line and the Polons here. And it is a very risky move, that is for sure. You can see here the Cav has finally broken, but it's done its bit. It did probably not deserve to die until Wargs, but they've done their bit. The flanks are trying to be held by shock infantry and polearms. Not a bad idea. These are some expensive polearms they brought, though, the Noldorian nobles. I feel like they're going to have to do work if they're going to be worth it, because I feel like you can build a good build without bringing the elite for Linden. That's for sure. Wargs over here have crossed, and they're harassing the Dwarves by the looks of it. They're going in now. Going in after the escort mercenaries. Getting a charge on them, which is always better to do. You don't want to get charged. That's for sure. Like Gundabad Wargs here doing absolute work. These are the ones I believe they're like from. These are from The Hobbit. These ones, so they look very different to the ones that like Mordor and Isengard have. They look more like the actual models from the ones from The Hobbit, which is very cool. I do like that. Erebor Axe Warriors probably going to stand absolutely fine against these guys. It's great to have the Wargs in battle now. I'm a big fan of that. They are losing a few of them. The good about Wargs are stronger as well. They are medium. Well, actually, they're light Wargs. I thought they were medium, but maybe they're not. Maybe are the Mordor ones medium? No, they're the Goblin ones again. Are the Mordor ones medium? Yeah, the Mordian Warg Riders are medium. Okay. I would have made the Gundabad ones medium as well, but maybe not. There you go. They're being routed, and some more are by shipwright nobles there. Staying in prolonged melee for them against elves is not working out very well. They need to go for the archers if they're going to go for anything. These guys are definitely what you want to try and take out, but they are heavy bows themselves, so they're going to be still hard to charge. A rear charge here, though, into the side of the shock infantry might go quite nicely here for Mordor, and it seems like it has done just fine. Got the Warg Riders going. You can see they're very different to the Gundabad ones, looking very much like the ones from the Lord of the Rings movies. That charge there has certainly caused these guys to lose. Another charge. Well, actually, they're not going to get another charge because they're routing. Well, one of them is. They need to pull out and then go for another charge, I feel like, because you can see immediately start to lose and waver. So, yeah, they really don't do... They're very much a glass cannon sort of unit. They're getting cause a bit of chaos, but they are more than likely going to break almost immediately. So yeah, Wargs I'm not so sure about yet, as I myself bring in those battles. In a low tier game, I feel like they can be really good, but like in a high tier game when you're fighting elves, I don't think it's going to be a great use of thing. I mean, they add a bit more maneuverability to evil factions, which is great. I actually like their effectiveness as well. It's still doubtful. But the goblins anyway are sending over some more wargs to try and help in this one. So yeah, we have Mordor and the goblins fighting on this side. It's been so quick, I haven't even said what factions are playing. But yeah, Mordor and goblins versus Linden and Erebor. You might have already worked it out, but yeah, goblins are sending over High Chieftain's guards to come and support over here, and Gundabad wargs. They're trying to really get in behind, trying to take out the elves. I mean, I don't know what the dwarves are doing, but they're really stretching out their army. They've got like assets all the way over here just for some random reason. They could just get picked apart. Goblins as well aren't really engaging over here, and you can see that these wargs just surrounding the dwarves here and just pinning them down. So the dwarves are actually now just being pretty useless, box themselves up, and they're just, yeah, they're in for the long haul here apparently. They're not going anywhere else. Well, they're going to let the elves just sort of just die on their own over here. Well, they're not necessarily going to die, but, you know, suffer on their own. The elves can fight to pretty much the last man. They're that good. Oh, we've got the warg pack down here fighting as well. So these are the wargs without mounts. They're fighting in here. They're very, very cool.
Refuses to admit defeat. Their unit has rallied.
Looks like you're going to see another charge from the Noldorian swords going in here, trying to get rid of these guys, hack down these beasts. But yes, if you're enjoying the Dawnless Days action and would like to see some more, then do remember to leave a like, subscribe if you're new around here, and if you want to show your support guides, it does help out the channel. And if you want to get involved in any sort of Dawnless Days battles yourself, feel free to join my Discord. The link's down below in the description. It's a great place to try and go and find games. Do plenty of sort of streams and also scenarios on the channel as well. Got High Chieftain's guards joining the fight, going in against the polearms here. I remember these Noldorian nobles used to be the polearms game. They used to be just insanely good. They are also pretty, you know, reasonable. I feel like they might have had a bit of a nerf. I feel like they used to be just like army killers. It just seems as though the archers getting pretty much, they got a bit attacked, but you know they've managed to get off most of their ammo, it seems, and you know do a lot of damage to Mordor here. This is mostly the goblins over here actually. We've got Mordor sitting in Olog High. That could make a big difference. We'll see what the trolls do. Trolls 8 out of 8 of them. Going in, smacking up the enemy, or trying to anyway. Beat them with your club, sir. Beat them with your club. Just shouting. They're not going to do much doing that, pal. Back over with the dwarves. Yeah, it looks like the wargs have fallen back. And now it has allowed the dwarves to come out with their box formation. They need to get a move on and get over here. Maybe try and defeat this part of the goblin army that's just been kind of left here. Kind of poor micro, really, from the goblin player. They just like leave some of his army just here, not doing anything. Might as well send everything to help Mordor, not just part of it. We have the new Goblin Bodyguards here, which are a new unit that have been added to the Goblins roster as well. They're a new tier 4 shock infantry, so yeah, another new elite unit for the Goblins, which I think they probably could have done with, yeah, just to sort of boost them a little bit, yes. We might see them in action very soon against the Dwarves. We've seen them in an earlier video as well. I did do an early access video with these guys in, and you saw them against Thorin, and they did pretty well against the Dwarves in that fight. So we'll see whether they can repeat that today. Yeah, the trolls are absolutely ripping through these elves at the moment. It seems like the shipwright nobles here. And Noldor and Spear seem like they're winning apparently in some fight. Might be against the Chieftain's guards. It seems like they're doing okay. They are using polearms around the flank, are the goblins over there. They need to really... Oh no, it's not the goblins, it's still Mordor. This is Mordor guards the teeth. They put a lot of money into them. They just flank, I was going to say. Just give the Noldorians just hold up one of their swords and then flank with another. That would really help out that situation. Here we go, the Gunnerbad Wargs coming in. They've seen an opportunity to go straight in for archers. They've run across the map of these Wargs. Get over here. And they're fighting against these, fighting against the Wargs. They're trying to, trying to kill these guys off. I mean, they are winning slightly. And then we're going to see more Wargs now getting to the back. This might be the killer blow. Goblins bringing over their Wargs in the Warg pack here. This might make the killer blow because, I mean, there's not much the Elves can do now. They're so, like, pinned down against, well, Wargs, Olokai, what infantry remains here. I get the Uruk bodyguard general in there at this point. And it looks like they're going to go for a rear charge into the Noldorian archers. They're out of ammo. All they can do is brace. Hopefully you can see okay, I don't know. Very dark. I don't really like night battles in artillery because they are terrible for lighting. I've got my brightness right up and this is what it looks like. In my opinion, it's still quite dark. But yeah, you can see here, Cav, well not the Cav, the Wargs going in and trying to help mop up that flank there. It looks like the guards of the teeth were routed, yeah. The Olokai's falling back as well.
Our men run from the enemy. This is shameful.
Olokai, yeah, falling back, meaning that the Elves are probably going to start to win this melee again. Orc bodyguard general has gone in. He's fighting the shipwright noble general. Should win that just out of numbers, I would have thought at this point. Archers are in combat, or bow rabble. Need to get them out of there, really. Over on this side, the dwarves are now starting to move on to the goblins, but the goblins aren't really, entertaining the fight. Also, there's a little sneaky move around the back here. This is not a bad idea. It's got Mordor send troops here. Why are both sides like swapping forces, like sending forces to the other side? Like Mordor should have just kept his forces here, and then the goblins should have kept his forces here.
The men are broken.
That would have made more sense. I don't know what they were doing. Dwarven Barrack Guard, though, I mean, they're exhausted, but going in against Uruk Throng should be fine, I would have thought. Like, even still, just charging dwarves, you'll kill them. There you go, hack them down.
General.
There you go, the shipwright noble general is dead. That is Lyndon actually out. He actually did mass route there. I was kind of surprised. I thought he might hold on a little longer, but no, he's mass routed. Back over on this side here, though, the dwarves are now all that is left. Do we have Thorin? I actually didn't see what general they brought. I presumed it was Thorin, but it might not be. No, Dane. He still seems like the most popular to bring. Thorin Stonehelm is by far and away the cheapest of the generals to bring. So, and he is the worst. He's an erudite and veteran general. You probably still want to bring a better one. Your Dane is still probably going to be the most popular to bring.
The enemy has obliterated an entire unit.
I can't really see what's going on down here. It's just awful. It's lighting, really. Gosh. Look at this. Goblin King is going in. He's defeating these dwarves quite easily. These are like the typical dwarven axe infantry with just the swords. Which aren't so great. But they're doing their bit. They're fighting on. 2 Mordans now coming up as well to help try and fight in this fight against Goblin King. And looks like we've got Mordor bow rabble over here. They're just going to just shoot into the Dwarven Barrack Guard here, focusing these guys down. They did win their fight, but they've been focused down anyway, so it doesn't really matter. I just realized there's Mordor again over here. What was going on? I mean, I understand Mordor and the goblins working together closely has helped. They should have just kept their archers in one spot. They could have dealt with Lyndon instead of then like having the goblins come over here with their bodyguard and their wargs. Just kept all their army together. It would have made much more sense. But yeah, it looks like the Uruk Throng over here should deal with them. I mean, the crossbows could just execute these guys if they want to. Just shoot them in the back. There you go. Give them a volley of your finest crossbows, boys. Mow these boys down. Yeah, there you go. Dozens of orcs drop in there. That's a nice volley. That'll help out the situation. And they might be able to push on now with the axes and just, threaten the back lines. It's a big risk what they've done, splitting their forces, and they need to try and get in this gap here as well. Do the dwarves try and get through there, get in behind the polearms, and get into these crossbows as well. Dane's still fighting on down here. I'd imagine he'll win this fight with Zerebo Axe Infantry. It looks like he has struggled against the Goblin bodyguard. Like, I mean, numbers-wise, Dane has got a small bodyguard left. So, I mean, now he has won it, fair enough to him, but he's now got to get around these polearms as well, trying to encircle some stuff. Goblin King is losing, but he's also fighting. He's fighting the Tomb Wardens as well down here. So yeah, it's a tough fight for him anyway. Not that you can tell he's fighting the Tomb Wardens really. It's so damn dark.
The enemy have rallied their units.
I wish there was also the Control F ability like there is in Rome 2. We could just get rid of Forest, because also just like Forest and also being in the dark, not great. But yeah, they can now get these Dwarven Warriors. He can get in behind if he wants to, just start to charge them if he fancies doing that. Yeah, the bow rabble have now arrived. I mean, them dueling with the crossbows here. Crossbows really should be getting outgunned, and they are slowly. But they just need to get the axes just charged down the mortal bow rabble here, cause them to waver just a little bit, and they will probably rout almost. I mean, they are wavering here occasionally. They are going to try and silence his crossbows. The crossbows can probably just beat them in melee. And there you go, a general's been killed. That's Dane getting killed off. I don't know. I think he's just been fighting polearms. Yeah, I think the Goblin polearms might have just killed Dane. That was all that really happened. I don't think they even turned properly. The Dwarves' morale's okay, but whether it's going to be okay with getting rear charged here by Wargs is the problem. Before in the past, like fighting goblins would be okay, because you'd just be like, well, the goblins can't really do too much about the thing. But now that they can get rear charges with things like wargs, you can, it's going to cause a lot more morale issues, and I think we're seeing it here. Yeah, Erebor Halberds breaking in 90 men, and I think we're just going to see a mass trial. I mean, along that front we have anyway. They're still pushing on in a few areas. Dwarven Barrack Guard taking out crossbows, but the wargs again getting in, causing problems, and they are killing, you know, quite a few of these guys as they go in. More Wargs coming in still, really wanting to hammer home that these Barrack Guard are not here to stay. But yeah, they are going to take out that Spear Warrior, it seems. Yeah, not a great game generally, to be honest. It's the other sort of like new sort of update replay that I've been able to get at the moment. It wasn't exactly the greatest game. I feel like the two like forces of good were so far apart to start with. As like in a 2v2 or just any land battle, you've got to be near teammates. As soon as you isolate yourself, you're going to get isolated by the enemies. Good players will like take you out and just take you out first and give themselves the advantage going into the next games. And it'll be a miracle, sort of, if you're like a 2v2, which becomes a 2v1. The one then wins. It would be a bit of a miracle. That's just kind of the only sort of like mistake they made to start with. Linden did its best once it was in the fight. The Dwarves, I think, could have been a little bit more aggressive, tried to. The Wargs did their thing. They were really good screening, sort of like to stop the Dwarves from going out, and they beat, because there's so many of them, they beat the Dwarven cavalry so easily. Whether they just, if they kept their cavalry closer and then supported with infantry, they would have beaten the Wargs. Probably more than likely they would have. But yeah, just wasn't the case. They sent the cav out way ahead, got it isolated, and killed off. And the same kind of with Linden as well, who lost his cav really early on. I imagine it would have succeeded much, much better if it had spear support and or even shock infantry support. Any of those would have probably done the job. But yeah, it looks like the Wargs here are mowing down these last few units here. I imagine we're going to see a mass rout in a moment, really, from the Dwarves. There's only a mere 200 of them left against 1,500 orcs and goblins. And it does seem as though the forces of evil are going to win here today as well. Not seeing the good forces of good win in a little while. We'll have to change that. And there you go, a valiant defeat for Linden. We'll end the replay and have a quick look at the end results. This was sent in from Egg of Simply's perspective, so thank you very much, Egg, for sending it in. Very much appreciated. I mean, got 194 kills with the Shipwright Nobles here. Is not too shabby at all. 168 with his other Shipwright Noble. 312 kills with the Noldorian Swords. 335 with another here. These guys, they did mow down most of of Mordor, like he had lost 3,000 men. So yeah, Lyndon did a good job. 206 kills with the Noldorian spears, 179 with the Noldorian spears. The polearms did okay actually, 150, 161 for like a land battle where I feel like polearms are so easy to deal with. They still got good kills. Noldorian archers 130, 125, 142 kills, then 199 kills with the equestrians. Not too shabby, even though they kind of got isolated and mauled by wargs really early on. Then we have Arjun playing as Erebor, so he got 236 kills with Dane before he fell. Didn't do too bad. The Dwarven Warriors, yeah, kind of sucked in that one, kind of getting killed off. Dwarven Barrack Guard, 105, 137, 177. Not too bad for them, but definitely could do better. The Erebor Axe Warriors clutching up with 340 kills. The Halberds, yeah, just got absolutely messed up. I just feel like Halberds just in a land battle never usually work. His crossbows actually did well, 130 kills, 190 kills, and the Cav 4 kills between 2 units. Oof. Then we have Deadly Toast playing as Mordor. His infantry, yeah, his Uruk Throng really sucks in this fight, just providing kills for Lyndon and the dwarves. Same with his axes, really, as well, like his shock infantry and even his polearms. Really, the only thing that did any good for him were not really anything. I mean, the archers got the most kill for him, 90 kills. This is his highest scoring unit. His trolls got 84. It's still fairly healthy. And then the wargs getting, yeah, like 35 kills. They had a rough game there, did Deadly Toast. And then we have Meerkat playing as the Goblins, really doing a lot of the heavy lifting, it seems, for the Forces of Evil. 180 kills with these Goblin King units here. I mean, Goblin Bodyguards getting 146 kills, 130, 105 kills with the Goblin Spear Warriors here. Crossbows, 139 kills, and there's Wargs, 165, 233, 222 with the Warg packs here. Yeah, they did really well. And then the Gunnerbag Wargs getting 179, 148 and 110 kills. Some very good kills for the Wargs in this one. But there you go, guys. That is today's battle. If you did enjoy, do remember to leave a like, subscribe if you're new around here. There'll be hopefully plenty more Dawnless Days content on the way very soon. I'm very excited to do maybe some new scenarios with the Wargs, certainly, and a few other units that have been added in this new update. I'm very excited to see what we can get up to. But yeah, I hope you did enjoy, and do check out these other videos appearing on your screen now. We've got some epic Dawnless Days battles that you may have missed out on. Until then, guys, I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.